It's so interesting. A couple of episodes ago, I made this review about Karate Kid Legends. And I honestly did like that movie quite a lot. But obviously, since I've made that video, I got a couple of recommendations on YouTube for reviews about that movie. And most of them did not like that movie at all. And to be fair, I watched a couple of these reviews and they had all very valid points to critique that movie. And I felt the same in some of the points, like it was too rushed, some of the story points kind of were not going anywhere because they wanted to make that movie 90 minutes long. And again, I totally see the valid. What's the noun for being valid? Validicity? Validness? I don't know. I totally see that those critiques are totally valid. But I'm so confused by the, in air quotes, fact that I seem to be, with all of those other reviewers of that movie, I seem to be the only one that actually liked that movie. And now I'm kind of wondering why that is. Is my attention span, am I getting younger? Am I suddenly becoming a 20-year-old with the attention span of a baby? um, so I think one of the criticisms, again, was that some of the storylines were rushed. The whole movie is totally rushed. And again, I totally see that point, but I felt that it was really entertaining. I liked the movie. And now I'm really wondering, okay, is my taste getting, with the lack of a better description, is it getting worse? Am I not as, um, how you say it? Um, like an adult? Am I liking those, in air quotes, mindless things where you don't really put that much emphasis on one story? I mean, to be fair, I've never liked those art house movies. I do prefer having a good story. A good story is really important when it comes down to movie. Um, but I felt like that had good stories as well. But I'm really confused that so many people dislike that movie. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like, oh, I really enjoyed that movie. That movie was fun. That is something that has been going on in my head, and especially considering that I totally understand the criticism, and I agree with some of the failings of that movie. Still, I did enjoy it, and I wonder why uh, I really got into this self analytics mode where I'm like, why did I like that? Well, seemingly everyone else disliked it, especially movie reviewers. And I feel that I have a high bar when it comes down to story, and especially editing and pacing of a film. And again, it's so weird to me. I totally get the criticism. The pacing was not off. It was really fast edited and fast. The storyline was fastly told in a way that it kind of was really snappy and therefore kept my attention on the movie. But I totally see the criticism of the story being rushed and some of the story points going nowhere, or were suddenly like switched off. So I get that, and I wonder why it didn't bother me with that movie. Why I still felt it very entertaining, and I do wonder if my nostalgia glasses, in combination with, and that is really weird because I've never actually had it that much, where I kind of felt this representation, um, it's the same thing with Shang-Chi. I mean, there are a lot of Asian movies, and it is not that I felt Asians are less represented in movies, but when it comes to Hollywood movies, I guess subconsciously, I always I guess I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around that. I feel like maybe I felt not as represented as I maybe subconsciously wanted. So seeing a movie like Karate Kid, where I have a lot of nostalgia and also this, I felt bullied when I was a kid, especially because I was small, I was the only Asian kid. And as I've mentioned in other videos as well, still today, Asian racism is very much normalized, especially here in Germany and in other Western cultures. And I'm not saying, please don't misquote me, because I had that in the last video about where I talked about racism, where someone was saying Asians are the terrible racists as well, and that might be the case. And that person also said something along the lines, "Oh, white people experience racism as well." And I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I'm just saying it from my perspective, and I know that you watching this video don't think that, but I already can see that someone will comment on that, and that so I'm just speaking from my perception and from someone who has experienced racism and was bullied. All right, I'm sorry that I have to say it like this. So again, I know that many of the viewers don't misinterpret what I'm saying. Anyways, as someone who was bullied and experienced that, I felt different when watching Karate Kid Legends because there was an Asian kid in there. And I also felt different when I watched Shang-Chi with this Asian protagonist. So maybe that is the reason why I'm giving this movie a lot of kind of leeway in my perception of that movie, if I like it or not. And maybe that's the case. Again, I'm still in this kind of self analytics mode where I'm like, wow, so many people dislike that movie, and I'm sitting here like, oh, that movie was amazing. And I don't really know. I'm still trying to figure out why that is. Is my attention span really that bad, and I'm needing that movie that is kind of going like that? Because 90 minutes for me was great. I felt like that was a good watch. I didn't felt bored or anything, but I totally understand the critics. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I would really like to know, did any one of you watch Karate Kid Legends, and what are your thoughts about that? Was it good? Was it bad? I don't. At the moment, I feel like I'm the only one who really liked that movie. Let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, maybe check out my review about that movie up here. YouTube thinks that you liked the video down here. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. That way we see each other in the next video. Thank you very much.